Hello, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, Elven Dragon. So, last episode we went and upgraded our raid farm here to make it work properly by replacing the villager who had mysteriously poofed and adding in a water stream to bring all of our ominous bottles up to our AFK platform. That way we can run the farm without having to constantly go up and down the scaffolding. And today, well, what I'm thinking is that we're going to get in some of the detail ideas that I kind of thought of while we were working on this farm. I do like the idea of putting a wall around this area so we don't get mobs just wandering in on us while we're in this area and going through our storage. So I've gone and gotten a stone cutter here, gone and grabbed a bunch of tuff and some dark oak because I'm kind of liking the dark oak for this. Kind of matches with the tower, and I do kind of want to build something with the tuff. So the first thing is we need to go mark out where the wall is going to go. So to mark out where I think we're going to put our wall and just some general stuff, we've got some scaffolding here. I grabbed some dirt out of one of our nearby chests so we can kind of start filling in some of these giant holes. I suppose we could turn some of these into like ponds or something, but right now I think we're just gonna kind of fill them in as best we can with all the dirt we've got sitting around over here. But thinking we want to enclose as many of these outside buildings here as we can. So we'll kind of put in a small little gate here, I think. So 3, 4, 5. So we'll build that up there. So our road will go off here, go pretty much straight to our main road. Actually, we'll probably curve over here a little bit, move some of these sunflowers over. And that should be good. Now the rest of the wall should just kind of curve up along here, go up here, fill this section in here a little bit, and just kind of wrap around here. Now it gets a little trickier where it connects up with the river here, so we'll just kind of, for now, bring the wall up to the river. I think that'll work for now. We'll have to figure something out that later, especially since our entrance to our storage is pretty much right there on the river. Just got a small little cave in the bank. It's got most of our already sorted stuff. And I'd rather not try and move that. It is a decent number of item filters. And also, I just don't want to have to redo the storage quite yet. So I'll have to figure out how this section's going to work, since we do still want access to this, or if we're just going to go and put in a staircase down here. We do have to avoid this because this little dispenser here is how we're getting rid of all of our arrows. We're just shooting them into the wall. We should, in theory, be able to come up with some sort of staircase, maybe over on this side here, that connects up to the upper section. And then we don't have to worry about this side at all. Just kind of bring the wall along the side here. This little tent here is going to be a problem with that. We'll have to figure that out when we get to it. Now, for the actual wall itself, I've got a bunch of tuff here. I've got a bunch of dark oak logs as well. And what I'm thinking is that this is going to be mostly a tough brick wall for the bottom. Get some of those. I'm going to get a few of the chiseled tough bricks and the chiseled tuff as well. Mostly for around the gate here. And anywhere else we think we need a little bit more detail with along the wall edge here. Maybe we'll put them at an even interval. I don't know. Still kind of working out more than just the basic idea for what this wall is going to be. So I'm going to go get this wall here laid out. Get kind of the basic shape set up for at least the stone layer. Might go grab some deep slate as well to mix into this. I think deep slate would go well with this. And then I'll be right back. Alright, so there we go. We don't quite have all of it in, but it is all marked out where we placed down the scaffolding. Again, we've kind of left the riverside here open, just because I'm still trying to figure out how we're going to do all that, which we probably should with all the drowns there. Maybe we'll go across the river or something, put in some gates in the river. I don't know. Yeah, it's something I have to figure out what we're going to do for that. But as you can see, we've gone and added some of our chiseled deep slate on there. And I did decide to go grab the deep slate and put in some deep slate tiles as well. I am liking how that is turning out. I had this idea of putting some of these deep slate walls in. I do like the look of the polished deep slate. I don't know if we're going to put chiseled on top. We'll do that for now, I think. At least to start this off, I think that'll look good. Just have to get the top crust where the gate's going to go and get a gate in here, which is going to be interesting. Now, one thing I am thinking of this is if we take out those, I've got some chiseled tough and chiseled tough bricks. What I'm thinking is we might go and put some of these in here as detail. So if we just do a little bit of that, I like that. Okay, maybe something like that. Get some stairs on the outside there. It's definitely interesting. Maybe we'll switch out the middle blocks here for some more chiseled bricks. But I do like how that looks. To figure out how we're going to get the path in. I want it to be a little different from our blackstone path here. So maybe we'll just do deep slate and tough. Deep slate, cobbled deep slate, bit of tough. I don't know. I'll have to play around with that. But I think the next step that we're going to have is getting in some of our dark oak. Now, for the rest of the wall here, I don't know if I want to bring it up to this level, but that would probably make building a lot of this much easier. Because what I want to do is I want to have a couple things of dark oak here going up 2 to 4 blocks above the top of the wall. What these will do is we'll strip these, and then behind these we'll put another layer of dark oak logs that will have the just plain dark oak logs. So behind this we'll have another layer here, go up 4 blocks, give us another ridge kind of line here, and just give us a nice uneven wall pattern here. Also adds a bit of depth, which I do like that. And I think that'll look good, especially once we strip the first layer here and get the second layer in place. There we go. I love how that turned out. Got a nice kind of effect there. Now, do have to figure out how that's going to affect the gate here. What I think we're going to do is we'll just put another line of bricks and such here, and then we'll put the actual gate part in the middle. So we don't actually need to put in much. We just need to put in the fence posts here in the middle. So what we're going to do on the underside of this wall, I have no idea. Maybe we'll do tough bricks and same thing on the outside here. But maybe we'll just leave it blank like this, kind of bring in the gatehouse to the sides here. I don't know. I have to play around with that. But for now, we've got a lot more wall to build. We've got a lot of dark oak to place. So I'm going to go get that in. And then I'll be back once we're ready to start working on properly detailing some bits of this. Alright, so as you can see, we don't quite have the full wall in still. We did get a good chunk of it on the front here, which I'm quite happy with. We still have to figure out what we're doing with that gatehouse there. But I am loving how that 2-layered wall effect there is turning out. Now we did go and level off the rest of the wall so that we have a nice level area there for the stone. Might change up how the top of that is, maybe change some of those to stairs or slabs or something. And as you can see here on the front, we started mixing in some of the chiseled tuff into the wall here. I like how that looks, and I think we're going to have to go around the rest of this doing the same. I don't think we're going to put the chiseled blackstone into the main part of the wall. I think the tiles is a good enough contrast with the bricks there in terms of pattern. But I do like the little decorative tough bricks kind of being spewed about inside the wall itself. I think that will look good. And of course, we still have nothing along the river. but I'm tempted just to leave it here. Honestly, I think just leaving the wall to end there and not even really dealing with this river section will work just fine. And if we want to eventually put something in across there or along the bank here, we can. But really, anything that we do is going to presumably involve filling in the river or messing with this cliff face. And I don't particularly want to work on that right now. Now, in terms of the back of the wall, I think we're just going to leave it like this. Again, we need to figure out the gatehouse here. But what I'm thinking is that for our road connecting up to our main path, what we're going to do is we're going to do a mixture of our tough bricks, deep slate, tough, a little bit of polished tough. I am liking that. And a little bit of cobbled deep slate. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any of the cobbled deep slate on me right now. I'll have to go back and grab some of that. But that doesn't prevent us from kind of laying in another rough patch, leaving it out for right now, and going and putting that in later once we actually have it. So I am kind of liking how that's looking. We're definitely going to have to get some more of the blackstone and stuff so that we can properly phase this in with the main road, which this will connect up somewhere about here. I suppose we could just have it full stop right at the main road, but I think kind of giving it a nice little phase in will look quite a bit better. But other than getting those in, that's really it for this area. I don't really want to do too much in terms of decorating stuff. Is that a zombie up there? That is a zombie. How did you get up there? There's multiple of them. There should be no place for you two to spawn. Not on top of that roof. That entire roof is covered in leaves. I guess there's the one spot for the scaffolding, but they shouldn't be able to spawn there. There's two zombies up here. I guess I'm gonna have to figure out how we got zombies up here. Again, the only spot where they could have possibly spawned is right here. That's got the scaffolding pillar. Nothing for them to spawn up there because all that's set up to be raid spawn proof. Those zombies are now spawning on leaves, which is a scary prospect. Huh. Oh, well, we've got a wall to build. We've got apparently a tent to patch. I must have used that to get our bed. I'm thinking maybe we'll get some of our bricks, put some pots on the corners here, and just kind of drape some leaves down. I think primarily that'll look good on the front here. So I've got a gatehouse to figure out, a bunch of stuff to go grab from the redstone pit, and a path to finish. So I'm gonna go work a little bit on that, and then I'll be right back. All right, so there we go. Got the path in, got the wall finished. We haven't really done any of the detail work on this yet, but we can do that later. Now though, we have everything in all the way around, which I really like how that looks. Definitely think we need to maybe do something on the other side here to close this off, but again, we can work on that at some other point once I actually figure out how we're going to do something about this river. But I am quite happy with how this turned out. As you might have seen, we have some pots by the front gate that have some overflowing bushes. Really like how those kind of turned out. I don't think they need to go on every one of those pillars, but I think right there on the front works really, really well. I like that a lot. But with that, I think that is probably going to be it for this area for right now. And you know what? I kind of need a break from everything. So, what I think we're going to do is we're going to go and put everything in this shulker box here, empty out the rest of our ender chest, and get a raft and go do a bit of exploring. So, for our exploring, what I think we're going to do is we're basically just going to toss our elytra into our ender chest, just so that it's in there. We've got our project boxes in there and nothing else. And you know what? We're just going to take this bamboo raft here, stack of fish for food, and we are just going to set off and go hunt for some sort of island or something to go play around on. So, with that, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more of what is going on in this world and what we're going to get up to. And I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.